What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys a funny, hypocritical, dumb video. Mia Khalifa, a Muslim porn star who's very well known for fucking black dudes, is mad that her tax dollars that she makes off of OnlyFans is funding bombs that are hitting Lebanon and all this other kind of stuff. Um, if she still resided in the country she came from, do you think she'd be a porn star? Do you think she'd be well known for fucking black dick? No, she would not. But but here she is complaining, which is ironically funny and also a first world freaking thing that people can do because you can guarantee in a third world country that she comes from, they would not be complaining about this, especially with their face out there complaining about it, which is why it's fucking hilarious and hypocritical because this woman makes a load of money here in the United States doing what she does, and she has the statements that she does, which is also an American benefit, right? But we will get into this and listen to her dumb takes because it's just stupid. But let's see here.
Good morning to everybody who is not in the US military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting at home and not on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting a war for a country that doesn't
Hey, you're on soil that doesn't belong to you. You should go back home. Oh, wait, I bet your parents wouldn't want you back home.
care about them. I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD and then come back here and see how much the United States cares about you, Pookie. See how much they care about you when you come back with, oh, I'm so sad. I piss my pants every time I see a falafel stand in Manhattan. Let's see how much the VA cares about you. Let's see what they tell you to do with your little broken brain from going over to fight a war that's not yours. They're going to tell you to try breathing exercises because the US government does not give a fuck about you once you cannot die for them. Once you're done, once you're a shell.
Hey, Mia, do you think your government cares about you? Do you think your parents care about you? I don't think so.
Oh, they don't care about you. What did I say on Z-Way that one time? Yeah, I think that still stands as very accurate.
Yeah. What about
To
this
say
one?
this, but I am today has been one of the hardest things to watch in a really long time on social media, and that's saying something because we've watched a
Uh-huh.
genocide play out before our eyes for decades, but even more so in the last 3-4 years. 160 airstrikes in 10 minutes on residential buildings, on schools, on hospitals, on.
Maybe you should tell the Muslims that are, terrorist supporters and also, terrorists themselves, maybe they shouldn't hide in those places and use them as bases because that's why they're being attacked. There's no civilians there. The civilians that resided there left and are now technically on the streets because those motherfuckers were like, oh, guess what? We're going to hide in civilian structures, hospitals, schools, and, buildings where civilians reside. We're going to hide in there and turn them into our bases. And then when America bombs them, we're going to blame America and Israel and say, hey, look, they killed innocent civilians. When no, they did not. And you're a lying sack of shit and propagandist and a porn
Civilian
star. Fuck
infrastructure
off, bitch.
on cemeteries with funeral processions in the midst of a ceasefire.
Isn't that ironic? She brings up a ceasefire, but every single time a ceasefire starts, you know who actually re-ups everything? The terrorist organizations. They restart all that shit all over again, and then they cry, "Oh look, they went against the ceasefire." You shot first.
I I don't know how to reconcile my tax dollars doing this to my homeland. I don't like I
This is how you rectify it. One, stop doing OnlyFans, and two, go back where you came from. Go back where you came from. Guess what? Your tax dollars are no longer going to be your tax dollars. And two, guess what? You're going to be in your country where you reside. So whatever you might be. Oh, wait, that's right. You can't have a job over there. You especially can't show your face and titties like you do over here. Huh. Isn't that ironically funny? You're sitting there, wee boo, crying, oh my god, these bad things are happening to my people. Even though your government's the one that started it. Innocent people aren't being actually killed by the Israeli and American governments, like you say. I mean, are there casualties of war? Yes. And is it horrible? Yes. But you are not sitting there denouncing what the terrorist organizations that are doing all this to innocent people are doing, but you're going to complain about tax dollars funding bombs. Well, go back home.
I feel like it's really important to get on here and to talk and to say this, but
You're an
I am
idiot.
at such a loss for words. All I can do
Retard.
sometimes is reshare other people's voices who
Eho.
can articulate it a little bit more with a little bit more emotional separation. But
Uh-huh. Right. Do you think that you would be allowed to be showing your face on a phone right now, talking, wearing what you're wearing right now where you come from? No, you would not.
what is happening? Like, we are sending people to scope out living on the moon while we bomb each other. This is dystopian. This is insane. We watch.
Well, I mean, if Muslim people would let Christians be Christians, and I mean, let people like you be people like you, because put it this way, Mia, you wouldn't be doing the job you do if you lived in the country you came from. Like, literally. So, what are you complaining about other than, oh, complaining? Which is something that you have a right to do in the United States. You don't have that right where you come from.
This happen before our eyes to a nation, and now we're watching it happen before our eyes blatantly and overtly to another sovereign nation.
That started it?
When is it enough? When will it stop? My thoughts are with everybody in Lebanon right now.
I bet.
My heart goes out to you. It's really, really, really. I don't want to get on here and cry because I am so lucky.
Then
I'm so
why are you
fortunate.
on here crying? So fortunate, and then goes back and goes, "Hey, look, titty shot." Like really? Yes, you would not be able to show off your titties, your coochie, your ass, none of that shit if you were in your country that you came from. Matter of fact, if you did, guess what would happen to you? They would disappear you, Mia, and you know it.
But
Yes, cry with your little fake crying. So ridiculous. So hypocritical. I think her most impactful statement has always been glock, 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 glock. Yep, yes, for real. Literal porn star crying about people dying in her country where it's illegal to do what she does and she would be dead because you can't do that. Terrorists being liquidated. I love that. Like literally, so fucking hypocritical. Israel's biggest movie actress. Yep. Hamas's biggest movie actress. Ah, yep, very correct. Very, very correct. Peace through strength. Trump 2024. Cry harder, bish. Love these. Love that. But yeah. Yep, then what was I saying? BBC. Because that's literally what she's known for is fucking black dudes. Because why? She's racist towards white dudes because that's the only reason why her people are accepting of it because she's fucking black dudes and not white dudes. Hezbollah terrorists are being bombed, not Lebanon. I know Mia loved it when Hezbollah raped and killed Christian Lebanese women, but eventually she has to give up her fetish for rapists. She loves rapists so much, it's her middle name. That's a good one. But literally, like porn star crying for terrorists, what an absolute clown. DHS Gov, please deport Mia Khalifa. Yes, please do. The woman should not be here. She really shouldn't. She really shouldn't. Mia Khalifa should be deported because she's literally acting as if what's going on is horrifically, like only on America. Should innocent people die? Nope. Innocent people should not die. Innocent people should not be targeted. But the thing is, when one side does one thing horrible and you justify their actions because another side did something horrible, it's still horrible. And you are a massive hypocrite because you do something that would not be allowed in the country you come from. Period. The country you come from, you would not be able to do porn. You wouldn't be able to show your face. You wouldn't even be able to really share your opinion You wouldn't be allowed to have an opinion. You literally would be property of your husband or your family. That is how it works where you come from, and you know it. But hey, you know what? You expect uneducated and or just retarded Americans to sit there and see a pretty woman crying and go, "Oh my god, what she says must be true cuz look at her eyes. Her eyes are watery. Oh no." But yet in the previous video she's sitting there calling for PTSD on American soldiers and all this other kind of stuff. Fucking asinine. Woman's evil as shit and disgusting. Makes me happy that her porn career was starting to go downhill and nobody pretty much watches her shit because she's an old lady now. But there you guys go. There's just an e-thought being fucking retarded like always. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out w.gg and use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off. Hope you all enjoyed that. I enjoyed making fun of this dumb e-ho. Catch me in the next one. Later, guys.